Madame Puri, pensez-vous qu'il existe des difficultés, des problèmes qui soient particuliers aux pays de la zone francophone, dans votre expérience?
Absolutely, and the francophone countries, of course, there is a diversity of them, and in France you have, of course, as was mentioned earlier, you have said in your report that you are in the midst of the third generation of achieving women's rights and moving towards substantive and real equality between women and men. So that's one level, but also in the developing countries, developing francophone countries, particularly from Africa, there are very special challenges. The challenges of tradition and culture, despite the French connection, they have the indigenous cultures and traditions that are also engendering harmful traditional practices which amount to violence against women of different forms. They are also of course disadvantaged by poverty and exclusion, and often many of them are in rural areas, so that adds another level of intersectionality and discrimination and compounds their inequality. And then you have issues like FGM, female genital mutilation, which is very particular to some of these countries. You have issues relating to sexual and reproductive health and rights, which are not particular to that area, but it is very much a serious problem there, and in fact is very much related to this whole issue of maternal mortality, because they don't have access to not only contraception but the choice. They are not in a position to make, they are not empowered enough to make choices about their bodies, and they do not enjoy sexual and reproductive health and rights. Child marriages is another particularity of these countries, and then many of them are in conflict. So that adds further complication and hardship to the women of many Francophone countries, and it is very important then to ensure that not only are they protected, because there is the threat of sexual violence and actual experience of sexual violence being used as a weapon of war by all parties. It is also the issue of violence being compounded, the normal domestic and other violence being compounded. And then there is the issue of their participation in peacemaking and in peace building. So that's also something that we need to, and we have been, in fact, as UN Women, we have focused on, first of all, we have an MOU with the Francophonie. We have also focused on supporting these countries in West Africa through our, we have a regional office plus country offices in many parts. And now, of course, some of these Francophone countries are facing the Ebola epidemic. There too, we have a very strong program of support, including supporting women's organizations to be women are already in the front line of the Ebola, containing the Ebola epidemic and combating the Ebola epidemic. So supporting women out there and their organizations to be supported financially with the means to play their role, but also to protect themselves.
Alors justement, une des choses que nous constatons dans le monde francophone, c'est la difficulté des associations de la société civile, féminine et féministe, à avoir accès à de l'information, à avoir accès à des données et à avoir accès aussi à des moyens qui leur permettent de travailler. Est-ce que dans le cadre d'ONU Femmes, l'intérêt que vous portez aux associations est aussi fort que l'intérêt que vous portez, par exemple, à travailler au niveau des gouvernements.
Well, I think this is not exclusively the problem of Francophone country civil societies. Civil societies everywhere, and particularly women's organizations, are facing, partly due to the financial crisis, partly due to other reasons which I have mentioned and challenges I have mentioned, they have not been getting adequate financing and support and access to resources, as you have rightly pointed out. But UN Women, it is present in 90 countries. Wherever it is present, and even otherwise through its advocacy, tries to highlight the importance of supporting women's organizations and civil society, of resourcing them, and we have 2 trust funds. The Ending Violence Against Women Trust Fund. We have also the Gender Equality Trust Fund, to which we expect and we support. Through that, we support a number of civil society organizations. In fact, it is directly supporting civil society organizations, including from Francophone countries. So we will continue to do that and support both in terms of partnerships, knowledge partnerships, advocacy partnerships, but also to ensure that they get the necessary resources. And of course, we continue to advocate that they should be ever more included, feel included and be included in the global civil society and global gender equality, not only movements, but also conclaves and political dialogues and debates and processes and outcomes, including in the context of post-2015 development agenda and the gender goal and mainstreaming gender in other goals.
Thank you very much.